This book talks about, or the title is Three Shakespeare Tragedies. Three Shakespeare tragedies, three famous stories of love, death, and revenge. Romeo and Juliet, whose families are um, deadly enemies, fall in love and marry in secret. The second was is or the second tragedy is Hamlet. The young prince realizes that his father was murdered. How is he to prove it and show up the evil that surrounds him? The third tragedy also talks about Othello, a brave general, is tricked by the ambitious and cunning Lago into believing that his wife is an unfaithful. Too late, he discovers the truth. Let's now read certain phrases of the. I select one from Romeo and Juliet, the first tragedy. The first page. In the city of Verona in northern Italy, there lived during the early 14th century two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets. These two families had been bitter enemies for generations, and the enmity still continued, although the original cause of the quarrel had been long forgotten. If a servant of the Montagues met a Capulet servant in the street, a fight would almost certainly result, and the fight would soon take on the preparations of a battle as one person after another arrived on the scene, with a cry of down with the Capulets or down with the Montagues. Each new arrival would rush headlong into the fray to support one side or the other. Scalos, Prince of Verona, was displeased by these constant brawls in the city streets, and after one particularly noisy fight, he appeared on the scene and angrily reproached the heads of the two houses, who also happened to be passing just one also happened to be passing just then, although they were in no way responsible for the struggle which had just taken place. Rebellious subjects, enemies of the peace, said the prince. This is the sonnet, I will read it. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall be the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest part away. You Capulets shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our father pleasure in this case. And so saying, he returned to his palace, accompanied by Lord Capulet, while Lord and Lady Montague walked slowly back to their home, accompanied by their nephew Benvolio. Lady Montague was relieved to hear that her only son Romeo had not taken part in the recent fight. The older members of the two families were not so bitter in their enmity as the younger hotheads, and gently Lady Montague did not encourage her son to risk his life unnecessarily in a foolish family quarrel.